Hi there guys and welcome back to the channel. It's Gudny here from Wake Up Reykjavík. And as a local living here, I am here to give you the inside scoop on our city. And just like every city, Reykjavík has its ups and downs. So give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you want more Iceland related content like this. And buckle up, because here are the 5 things I hate about Reykjavík and 5 things I love about Reykjavík as a local living here. Now it's always good to get the bad stuff out of the way. So let's start with the 5 things I hate about Reykjavík. Puffin Shops. Now on to the not so great stuff, starting with Puffin Shops as we call them. These tourist traps are everywhere around the city and they all sell the same multi-manufactured and overpriced souvenirs that are shipped here from overseas. And look, I get it. These are in every major city all around the world. And if you're here for a quick trip, you might want to jump into one of those to grab a quick souvenir. I get it, it's convenient. However, you might as well just check out our local grocery stores that are located in the heart of the city, like Bonus or Krónan. Jump into one of those and get some decently priced souvenirs. They will have a great variation of flavored sea salts, they will have some local chocolates and candies, and even the famous Icelandic black licorice. And for more options, check out the Rainbow Street, Skólavörðustígur, because on that street you will find so many local shops from Icelandic designers, so you can go there and buy handmade Icelandic souvenirs and clothing. Something that's just way more special to bring back home. Late opening times. Now I am not sure why, but everything in Reykjavík opens up pretty late. You'll be pressed to find a shop that opens before 10 AM or 11 AM even, and on the weekends that can run as late as 12 or 1 PM. Of course, there are some things that will open up earlier, like our coffee shops, and some of them will open up at 8 AM, but most of them closer to 9 AM. And why is this? I'm not quite sure. I think Icelanders are more used to having coffee and breakfast at home and then just heading out to work and start their day. Public transportation. Public transportation here, honestly, not the best. I find the buses here to be unreliable and the routes to be confusing, even for us locals. If you're taking the bus, or strætó as we call it here in Iceland, you can look up the routes online on their website or download their app, but most of the times I don't even bother with it. We do have the scooters now that are all over the city and they have been a welcome addition for us locals, but the best and most convenient way to get around if you're stepping outside of Reykjavík is definitely getting a taxi. And with that, paying for a taxi. But that is why I always recommend for travelers who are coming here to explore beyond the city to do day tours. That just pick you up right from the city center and then take you out on day excursions and then bring you right back. If you are thinking about exploring on your own, you could of course also get a rental car. It could not be easier and it's so convenient. Parking. Which brings us to our next topic, parking. And with a rental car, you will have to park. And parking in Reykjavík can be a nightmare. The streets are narrow and tricky to navigate, there's always some construction going on, and you will have to pay for parking basically everywhere. Which is another reason why I recommend staying in the city and then just doing day tours. But if you are coming here with your own vehicle and you're going to be parking, easily factor in an extra 20 minutes to park, because spots here in Reykjavík are limited. Also before you come here, be sure to download the parking apps, Easy Park or Parka. Get familiar with them and put in your payment details, this will save you so much time. You don't want to be downloading these apps after you've already been circulating the city for 30 minutes trying to get a parking spot, and then you have to set everything up. Also, Reykjavík has stopped issuing out physical parking tickets. So even if you risk it, park somewhere, jump out of the car for a few minutes and you don't see any fine on your car, it just might pop up a few days or even weeks later. Trust me, they will find you and they will show up. How annoying is that? Expensive. And the final thing I hate about Reykjavík, something I can't deny, Reykjavík is expensive. But just like everywhere, if you are staying centrally, food, drinks and accommodations are gonna cost you. But if you're smart about it, you book with a notice and you do your research beforehand, you can easily find a way to do Reykjavík on a budget. But also you're traveling and you're on holiday, so do your prep beforehand and decide for what experiences you're gonna splurge for, and find some other things to stay within the budget. We also have a more detailed video on our page about budgeting and expenses in Iceland, so if you want to dive deeper into this subject, definitely check that out. Now, I hate being a downer, so I'm really happy we got that out of the way. And the truth of the matter is, there are so many more things I love about Reykjavík than things I hate. So next up, here are 5 things that I love about the city that I live in. Very walkable city. First up, Reykjavík is extremely walkable. You can easily explore the city center by foot, and there's always something new and exciting just around the corner. And I think that's a big part of why our most popular tour is the Reykjavík Food Walk. because on that tour, we walk around the city of Reykjavík and we stop at yummy Icelandic restaurants, eat some tasty Icelandic dishes in the company of a fun local guide who tells interesting stories and facts about the city. And if you do a Reykjavík food walk, be sure to ask your food tour guide what they love and what they hate about Reykjavík. Maybe it's the same as me, maybe it's not. So walking around Reykjavík would definitely get you to most of the spots you want to hit up here, and plus, it's great exercise. The vibrant food and drink scene. Next up is my all-time favorite thing about Reykjavík, the incredible food and drink scene that is absolutely buzzing. Like I covered before, Reykjavík is an expensive place. But that is why I like to say you can't really find a bad meal here. Because with great expense comes great standard, and the Icelandic standard here is so high that if a bad restaurant opens up and they serve bad food at this price point, we're not gonna take that and that's gonna fail. And we have restaurants that serve everything here, to more unique local ingredients like horse and puffin, all the way down to these little tiny family-run restaurants or cafes that are doing something new and exciting with classic Icelandic ingredients. And for a country with a population of just over 380,000 people, we have 3 Michelin star restaurants here. I'm always out and about in Reykjavík, eating my way through the town, so if you want to have my list of restaurant recommendations for Reykjavík, send me an email to this address with the title being Gudny's Secret Foodie Stops, and I'll send it over and give you my personal recommendations. Now we also have fantastic bars here, whether you like beers, cocktails, wines, or something non-alcoholic. Believe you me, there is a place in downtown Reykjavík with your name on it that you will love. I personally really love Bingo, I love Jungle, I love Cocktailbarinn, I love Veður, I love the Lebowski bar, Irishman pub, I love Skúli Kraft bar, I love Kaldi bar, Vínstúkan is very nice, Tíu Sopar, ooh, I almost forgot about Tipsy. Wait, am I going too much out to the bars? No, that can't be. So basically, I could sit here all day and recommend to you restaurants and bars that I like, because there truly is something for everyone here. And trust me, after a trip to Reykjavík, your palate will thank me. Swimming pools. Another thing that I love about Reykjavík are our swimming pools. I've talked about this in other videos, but they seriously are just that nice. And they're not just for swimming, they're also social hubs for us Icelanders. With the warm geothermal water, juicy hot tubs, sometimes even slides. What's not to love? Our lagoons are fantastic as well, but the public pool will offer you a more approachable, budget-friendly, and casual local experience. So a dip in the public pool should definitely be on your list when visiting Reykjavík. I really like Vesturbæjarlaug, Sundhöll Reykjavíkur, or the largest one we have here in the city, Laugardalslaug. So check those out and soak in the culture. Closeness to nature. A thing that I really love about living in Reykjavík is its closeness to nature. With just a short walk or a drive, you can find stunning landscapes, the North Atlantic Ocean, and fjords filled with mountains as far as the eye can see. Check out the Grótta Lighthouse area, and if you come here in the evening in the winter, you might even see the northern lights there. Hike Mount Esja, or take a quick stroll to the old Reykjavík harbor, hop on a boat, and check out the puffins and whales. Reykjavík offers the perfect locations for us locals who want that city life, but also want to be close to nature. The quirkiness. And lastly, the quirkiness of Reykjavík I love. From eccentric street vibes to unusual shops, the city has a charming and offbeat vibe that you just won't find anywhere else. And Icelanders are famous for having something artsy going on in their day-to-day lives. So you might meet an investment broker who's also a part-time painter, or a baker who fronts a heavy metal band at night. And that is just classic Reykjavík. And this element is definitely reflected in the quirkiness and the vibe of the city. So check out our punk or penis museum, go to a live concert, and eat weird stuff like fermented shark. Come here and go all in. So there you have it, folks, some of the highs and lows that Reykjavík has to offer based on my personal opinion. And despite the flaws, the city definitely has a special place in my heart, and I would never want to be anywhere else. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more local tips. And if you have any questions, drop them down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!